His Dragon's Fire was the undisputed best in the world by the end of that game's lifespan and had a lot of momentum. He more than rode into MK11. Matchup's kind of hard to call. Burrito Voorhees, this has without question been his breakout tournament. The world's greatest new era, without question again. But I definitely think now he kind of has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, a big part of any command grab character is when you're against a player, it's not even a matchup thing, when you're against a player that is willing to make the huge, like, the biggest reward read when it comes to dealing with a command grab, like we saw Dragon, right? Big neutral jump kicks, jumping kicks, all that kind of good stuff. Liu Kang has a similar kind of game plan on defense, but Burrito Voorhees pulling no punches and an immediate anti-air. No wasted time. This is a good start for sure.
And he's going to go for the repositioning again, the knockdown for the gauntlet, but he's going to whiff the forward 3, and NINJAKILLA taking full advantage, taking off 2 of those 3 bicycle kicks for the crushing blow almost immediately, and we know Liu Kang by now. This character's a crushing blow machine and then some. Oh, the trade. Good trade to enforce the 1-1-1. I feel like NINJAKILLA, not really the kind of player that's going to eat that mix-up, but he expects a tick throw. That is the danger of forward 2-1-2 in New Era. It is ridiculous. And now the down 2. Still going to get it. Optimization station.
Oh, is that
crushing blow?
Bam! Not enough to kill, though. He's barely alive.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is bad.
This isn't over. This is not over. Not by a long shot. The grab again. Fatal blow. Now he's one fatal blow confirm away from winning the round. Oh, no! Oh, that worked for nothing. He's going to lose the crushing blow on the command grab. He's going to lose the momentum he built. And that's the kind of round that can really tilt a player. Hopefully, Burrito can keep it together.
No, that was completely just slipped through his fingertips. That was his round to win by all intents and purposes, but not to be as NINJAKILLA in clutch fashion. Oh! Oh my God!
Only NINJAKILLA would get that crushing blow in tournament. And it was off the back of a wonderful read. The short hop projectile, that's used to get around Gira's sand trap. But now, the anti-air. Nice to see that Burrito isn't shook by these turn of events, I think we'll say. Still
no,
getting
but
the
that keeps
clutch
happening. There's like 6 stuff from NINJAKILLA keeps happening, but Burrito just gets up and immediately makes the right decision. He is not being phased by it at all.
But the reverse grab, still going to be a good position for NINJAKILLA. The down 1, NINJAKILLA totally content, and
wow.
The crushing blow spent. Very interesting game number 1 is going to go to NINJAKILLA, but to be honest with you, definitely not going to count out Burrito Voorhees is the word I was looking for at this stage, because that was NINJAKILLA made some crazy good decisions, but that didn't stop Burrito Voorhees from making some crazy plays himself.
Well, it's like I said before, right? When you're against a player that has really good reads and amazing decision making, like we know NINJAKILLA has, if you are a command grab character and you're built on kind of like mind games, it's hard to enforce it against players like that.
Oh yeah, especially when the damage output's insane too. We know NINJAKILLA plays so heavily around fishing for the crushing blow, building up the requirements, and it completely transforms Liu Kang's game. The 1-1-1 for the side switch, just to keep things nice and resourceless. The forward 2-1 going to get blocked now by NINJAKILLA, who's not looking at the tick grabs just yet. I think Burrito Voorhees knows it. It's quite a risk to take at this health. And that's the bicycle kick crushing blow. Stopped again. And he just goes for back-to-back. I think that might have been maybe some kind of anti-flawless block attempt or something similar. Isn't going to work out. NINJAKILLA having the round and one of his most important crushing blows ready to go as well.
Again, Liu Kang gets deadlier the more the game goes on. The longer it is, the more crushing blows he loads up.
Escape failed and bicycle kick. That's not good.
That's like 600 damage at least by itself, just ready.
Unbreakable, baby.
Oh, hang on a minute. The command grab coming through now. The mix-up game can be enforced, but what's it going to be? The wake-up roll gets through, and that's it. It's completely swapped things over.
But I think that's why Burrito went in for the forward 2 by itself. Like, when you know wake-up rolls are risk.
I
think he tried up 3 to be safer.
No, he tried to go for the launch, but it was chewed up straight away. Up 3 would have been invincible, and there we go. One crushing blow down.
But the bicycle kick will kill him at this health, especially now. And he's dead, for sure.
Oh, no.
Need it. Well, this should be the end. Yeah, that's going to be completely jailing in there. There's going to be no gap with the low fireball. NINJAKILLA looking nice and comfortable. And I just feel like this is almost like Liu Kang in a nutshell as well.
It is so hard to play against this, though, because NINJAKILLA is just an absolute machine. He just plays Liu Kang perfectly, like, every single time. And the anti-air tries to go for something a bit more, but didn't quite get close enough. And there's a big opportunity here. Okay, this done.
Down 2.
Oh,
yep, the down 2, yeah, it came out way too late for him to follow up. But you have to run the risk of that when you confirm in the temporal advantage. Okay, cancelling the cancel for the down 1. And he's going to force the command grab as well. But the problem is, when NINJAKILLA's back to the wall, he doesn't look uncomfortable by any stretch of the imagination, and now he's enforcing the grab himself. You worry about the grabs, that's where Liu Kang's plethora of mids come into play. The duck though, a clean punish, and we get another one. The side switch, here's the down 2. Some more damage there for Burrito Voorhees now. What's it going to be? Good patience there from NINJAKILLA. Another reversal throw, just undoing the damage massively. Wake up down 1.
Well, we're seeing quite a lot of that out of Burrito, going for those wake up buttons, just trying to catch him to take his turn back. But another throw, NINJAKILLA is just really rinsing these right now. A clear problem that Burrito is having. And there's a big counter hit though. Can he do enough before the breakaway? Yeah, there it is, NINJAKILLA conceding the round. Not going to waste his breakaway there. Burrito closing it out with 3 uppercuts back to back.
But also, if you try and break away and he goes in for Fatal Blow, it's a complete waste because it will just plow through the armor. Fatal Blows break armor in the first place. NINJAKILLA knowing that, look, I've probably lost this round anyway, let's just concede it. The delay into forward 2, but NINJAKILLA still content. And the one time he ticks is the moment he gets hit, and now he's punished for it. That's the problem with tick throws.
Big wake up attack going through it again. The plus frames. We haven't seen that enforced too much. And another throw, NINJAKILLA really is forcing Burrito to consistently deal with these. He's just unable to. And there's the mid confirmed. Oh, big uppercut.
Looks a little bit too far away. Either that or he didn't commit into the held for down 2.
No, definitely not. Maybe with the breakaway there, didn't want to commit too much. Okay, there's a big hit. Oh, that is not an easy combo to hit.
Not at all. Normally players will keep it safe. Come on, grab. Fatal Blows in play. Burrito Voorhees. If he gets one with punish, he goes for the tick, but no punish from NINJAKILLA. Too far away to capitalize, but the grab is real. He's hit so many grabs here. I mean, it's just his foresight. His decision making is some of the absolute best out there, and that's the kind of decisions that work out. Looking for the play again. The instant jump. Spending some of those bars to go for the fireball, but no whiff punish on the forward 2. Not looking for it just yet. Yeah, a little bit of a cute flawless block attempt, but no up 2.
Oh, full punish. Awareness. Burrito Voorhees. Down, but certainly not out. And again, down to not at the right time, but no anti-air.
He doesn't want to risk the combo if he knows it's a little bit late because he doesn't want to get whiff punished on wake up.
Oh, for sure.
That's the absolute worst
not committing to it. If you know it's not going to work, just don't bother. Worst thing you can do is put yourself at a bad situation because of it. And there it is. The quick rush down. The block dash on the way in. The movement so crispy.
Yeah, funky cross up there. Burrito Voorhees is going to risk. He's not taking a lot of risks in this round so far. Those risks might belong to the kick throw, but ouch! Bicycle kick immediately stealing momentum away. Content just blocking the forward 2 at this stage. Another one. The delay, but NINJAKILLA just refusing to bite. There's the up 2.
Now this is one hit territory. Gets the forward 2. No counter hit though. NINJAKILLA not pressing. Fatal blow there for both players. This is crucial. The hit connects. Oh no! And another grab. That's not going to kill, but it's going to be damn close. There's no defensive bar. Tries to go for the wake up fatal blow, but NINJAKILLA. The jump kick, too ready to chew it up, and he will move through again in this top 8 on the loser side.
Huge props to Burrito Voorhees for reaching this stage of this tournament. This was his first pro competition top 8. This is, without question, his breakout performance in his entire NRS career. And, you know, I want to give shout-outs to this guy for being an innovator of so many of those unorthodox variations. Unfortunately, this is where his journey ends. NINJAKILLA will be moving on, but that's just setting up the storyline of champion versus champion. That's what everyone wants to see by the end of this tournament.
Absolutely, but closer, we are seemingly going to be having a chance to see that. But of course, there are some other matches to get through on the way. We're going to be seeing the return of Hey George very soon. Of course, our winners finals is waiting with SONICFOX and Dragon. Again, a matchup that we've seen so many times in this community already for Mortal Kombat 11, but maybe not with the characters that SONICFOX brings to the table, right? Like, it's going to be Jaded, Johnny Cage, Deborah, like, who knows, right? The options really are. I think we're going to know it when we see it, and not before.
But they play so many characters that you never have to pick yourself into what is deemed a bad matchup. And on the flip side, a matchup that you deem favorable. That's why when Fox fought off against Splash, the Devora's answer to air mobility, which Kung Lao is normally famous for, especially when Lotus Fist exists because of All Being Hat, when you play all of these characters, you kind of have that luxury. But we're still moments away from the winners' finals. We still have got another match of losers to get through, I believe. This has been such a crazy tournament so far. This is, by all means, reaching the end of the day. You know, it's been a long day of Mortal Kombat, and these players are still going. I hope they've rested. I hope they've had something to eat because the action is far from over. Splash versus Hey George. This matchup is going to be ridiculous.
Now, another part of this that I think Splash is going to have to deal with, though, is we saw Splash against SONICFOX in winners. A huge part of it was Kung Lao's normally known for just being able to kind of, I don't want to say jump at will, but gets away with a lot more jumps than usual due to that amazing jump kick. Frost's down 3 is one of the absolute best anti-air buttons in the game, and I think if we saw it going toe-to-toe with Shang Tsung's jump kick, which is better than Kung Lao's arguably, I would say, you know that's going to be a pain for Kung Lao as well. Now, obviously, Kung Lao can opt to go things like dive kick. It's not quite as foolproof as the Infested from Devora, but it's still going to be a real obstacle to get through. But of course, you know, this is going to be a fast-paced match. If we see Lotus Fist versus Frost, like, this is going to be quite...
I'm going to put you on the spot, Mustard.
Go ahead.
Predictions. Who do you think's going to win this matchup?
I mean, I think it's hard to say. I actually do have my money on Hey George. I think Hey George has been playing so out of his mind this entire weekend, and it is clearly like, considering that Variation 3 is like, what, 2 weeks old? The fact that he's only been playing this variation for 2 weeks and it already looks this good, I dread to think what it's going to look like in a few months' time.
Now, I'm actually on the other end. I think Splash is likely to take this one purely on the base air serve. This has been his absolute tournament. These are 2 breakout performances for Mortal Kombat 11 today, and it's almost fitting they're going head-to-head. But if you haven't fought Hey George's Frost, you're going to have a bad time. If you haven't fought Splash's Lotus Fist, you're also going to have a bad time. There's going to be some probably on-the-fly adaptation, I imagine.
I would definitely say that Splash is to Lotus Fist what Hey George is to Arctic Enemies, right? This is going to be 2 characters that, or 2 players that truly have absolute knowledge of their variations. That was a funky anti-air on that drill.
Yeah, the side switch, reverse grab. We've seen what George can do in the corner. That jump kick, I imagine, might have been potentially a dive bomb. We saw some airborne mobility, but the 1-2, the spin's going to be used, and another confirm. Going in for the 1-2 rather than 1-2-1, because that's the only way you can get meterless spin without having to spend that bar to reach. Oh, jump back dive kick. Hang on a minute. Splash.
Wow.
Looking mighty comfortable right now.
No, that was a dominant round if ever I've seen it. Splash, not afraid at all.
Fight.
Big part that came from the orbiting hat. Both orbiting hats that were used connected fully.
Stray Hat's not a horrendous trading tool, to be completely honest.
It does 7% damage, you know, that's 70. A decent chunk for a projectile to do in this game. And there's the back 2. And because Splash used the orbiting hat, no breakaway, this is all damage. Trying to go for optimals, that is a hard combo, unfortunately dropped.
Hey George, known for that execution, his combo videos for all the Mortal Kombats and NRS games in general. I mean, that's kind of actually what really put him on the map originally. That's going to get rid of the overload, but it doesn't really matter. It's more about establishing threat. You know, there's nothing to really lose. By activating it, catches it in the air. That's going to be a little bit of extra damage thanks to the spin. But now, reverse grab. Kung Lao is a comeback machine in himself. Like, he has a lot of opportunities, especially if you get a jump 3 in the corner. Kind of like that, but he drops the combo. Or expects maybe breakaway.
I'm not sure. He did kind of just stand there. I'm not sure what the read was, but it isn't going to matter. As Hey George is going to stabilize it anyway. Splash, looking starved on resources too. That orbiting hat pays a heavy toll.
Dive bomb takes the grab to be a little bit safer. Once more, it is that forward grab. You know, you're looking for the loopable reverse grab all the time, so the forward grab becomes much harder to tech because it's not as worth taking in some ways. Jump back, nice reactions from Hey George. Catches a string, similar to a jump back Kano ball in essence. Very, very similar.
Or the dive kick. 2 characters that can just alter their jump arcs with good jump kicks behind them.
Yeah, amplified orbiting hat. It's not as minus as it used to be, but it still is minus. If you've got the quick reactions, you can still enforce your turn if you press it.
Oh, okay, George getting caught out. Maybe trying to jump.
Another forward 1, but single forward 1s are impossible to confirm. That's why the extensions really help out, forcing the breakaway. Still, anyone's game right now. Enforces the forward 1-2, answering back with the mid. No significant opening yet until now, and no breakaways. Hey George, getting some massive damage. Now he's got the full screen game. No meter for Splash yet for orbiting hat. Oh, the delay!
That was so dangerous, but he has the fatal blow. 1 good hit will do it. Tries to go for the counter back with the patient.
No punish! That was definitely his game. It was on a silver plate. He just had to take it, but the whiffed grab from Splash. A very unfortunate way for the game to end, but this game was over 10 seconds.
Also, Hey George also not opting to go for as many anti-airs in that game either. I think really content to kind of just take the block and go, well, if I block the jump kick, I can block the follow-up. And if he goes for a dive kick, I'll punish him. I think George is kind of being a bit more reserved, not looking to anti-air every single button. He just wants to kind of let Splash go for that situation to hang himself. That was unsafe. If the dive bomb connects in the air, it is fully punishable. It's only if she glides along the floor that it's safe, but you have to be careful. You commit too much.
It's very similar to like an old school Sonya dive kick style though, where
it's very NRS style.
You've got to be very aware of kind of where she is when it connects, and in the heat of a tournament, I think sometimes it can be quite easy to forget. Maybe you don't even try risking it. The wake up 3, Frost stealing a turn away quite cheekily. Orbiting hat again, challenged by that mid. That mid, much better than it used to be now too, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. There it is, the dive bomb. That one was safe. patience from George. Oh, catching him. Full string and the counter hit. George. Getting caught out. Drops the combo though, and there's the anti-cross up. Oh no! Moves in the wrong direction. That was
I feel like temporarily she just went the other side because of that meaty dash that George went for. Must have been on the perfect frame, but unfortunate for George. Oh no! Hesitant on the anti-air, and he's going to eat a full jump and counter hit. But he doesn't opt to go for the crushing blow yet. I think he was maybe expecting the breakaway, so he didn't want to use crushing blow on a breakaway. He wants damage here, but there's a punish. That should be the round. Drops it again, but doesn't matter. He's nice and weak. A little bit of a, I think, silver lining situation there.
Well, the first dive bomb that we've seen punished in a while. Splash. Paying attention. That forward one. Good mid. Oh, could be more than fast enough to get it. The counter poke again. The patience.
Anti-air cleanness. Hey, George. Extra damage now. Looking for the down 4. Oh, calls the bluff. I know you're going to try and take your turn on this block down 4, so here's a drill to steal it. Forward one confirmed now. Splash. The repositioning on the 1-2-1 as well. And the knockdown. A really good position. But a whip punish! And now he's going to pull the trigger on crushing blow.
Kept it simple. A decent chunk of damage. Core overload is activated. What we're going to see from this.
Whip!
Oh, too far away for the grab. And hey, George. It's going to give him a quick poke, and that's going to take the round. Hey, George, 1 life bar away from 2-0 here.
Hey, George's whiff punishment has been absolutely insane. And he just has these really crisp reactions. The delay into reverse grab. This one's loopable. See what it comes. Yeah, doesn't want to risk the down 3.
And the anti-air again. You cannot jump against this character.
Looking for more pressure. It's going to be respect of that string plus on blocks. So you have to be very, very careful. Orbiting hat and a confirm. He has going to have to spend Amplify though because he hasn't got his back to the wall. Can't quite go for the meters. That's a punish! You have to watch out. That's why sometimes Kung Lao players will deliberately end a combo if the opponent has breakaway. That spin on breakaway is very unsafe.
There it is, exposed. The self-damage is good. That's good for Splash at this life.
Looking for the dive kick punish actually as well when that hit collided. Didn't commit to the forward one. Trade! Hang on! Fatal blow! No breakaway for you, my son! That's going to be some damage. What's the situation?
It's going to be a life lead, but not the round. But this is really close.
No orbiting hat available though, thanks to the breakaway. So Splash got to do things the old-fashioned way.
Oh, the whip punish not close enough! Not fast enough either. Tries to whip punish with a fatal blow, but too slow. You can see Slash shaking his head. He knows that was a mistake. The read was there, it just wasn't the right move, right? Like you could have, if you couldn't react to a throw, you can do things with like forward 1 maybe, probably not in range, forward 2 perhaps. A fatal blow just doesn't have the startup, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you're looking for a whiff punishment there with Kung Lao and fatal blows in general, especially if you're at that range, it's one of the slower fatal blows to come through.
Well, it depends. If the first hit, it's like a quick 2 kicks.
Exactly.
The first kick is really fast, but the second one is the one that moves him so far forward. If that's the one you're looking for, much slower than you might think. Well, unfortunately, Splash on the back of a very close second game, down 2-0 now. Not looking good. And hey, George looking to move on even further in this tournament, unless Splash can make something happen.
Once more taking the grab. You know, the moment you see forward 1-2 with Lao, he's pretty minus there, so has to kind of hold that mid-grab mix-up that you can often enforce when someone's nice and negative. Down to anti-Ev, drops the spin. I know normally Lao players, they do kind of look for that down 1 spin conversion, but Splash, some combo drops, and he was visually quite distressed about how that last game ended. I do wonder if he's a little bit, I don't want to use the word tilted, but flustered's the word. Yeah, for sure, that one.
Trying to find the moment though, the counter poke again, but hey George, he is being so patient on the defense. Look at this life lead, he has no reason to press. There's the counter poke, the mid is good, and a life bar match point for Hey George.
That's got to be a feels bad man moment where you spend your resources on orbiting hat and then get counter hit because you're trying to press afterwards. Tries to down anti-air, just his anti-airs aren't working out. The staggers from Hey George, and he's getting so much damage. I think he's feeling all the momentum, and Splash, he's got a lot of work to do to stop that pain train.
Oh, what? Yeah, you cannot jump. Leave the ground at your own risk against Frost, let me tell you.
Dive kick, air to air though. Nice reaction from Splash. Unfortunately, one small victory of many if he's going to win this round and maybe even the game. He has so much work to do. 2-0 down versus the player from Chile, but that's a big ask now. There's so much for him to try and climb back.
And there we go. Splash trying to go for more of these throws. We haven't seen as many, but he's just not at the range. Hey George is just keeping him at arm's length the entire time. Finishes a string. Wow. Unsafe option, but Hey George, he's feeling himself.
Yeah, he's going in for the amp from that range, and safe, yes, to acknowledge. Ooh, bit of a potentially a forward 4. I would only assume that was meant to be. Orbiting hat once more. The delay. The down 3. And now finally a chance. The whip on the fatal blow. Breakaway's been used though, so silver linings. But still, one more fatal blow for being eliminated. And it's real. Hey George gets the magic button when he needs. And just continuing this loser's bracket rampage. What is going on here?
Now, you know Splash is going to be kicking himself for that one. Tried to catch the breakaway with a fatal blow, but just not done at the right time. And again, blocked for a few seconds, waiting for a button, and the second he decided to move, Hey George just lets it rip. Fatal blow of his own, and another victory moving on in this top 8. Hey George on an absolute tear in this top 8.
I feel like Hey George has always had these confidence issues as a player, where he's the last player that expects himself to get as far as he does. But every time he rocks up, either at a World Finals or a Championship or a major of this capacity, he seems to just be like, yeah, I'll try and do as well as I can, but we'll see how it goes. I kind of maybe think that sometimes is the mindset that helps him out, because he's not going into it with victory constantly, permanently on his mind. He just wants to have a good time. But the natural skill is there. Like, we can't undersell this. His access to top-level competition, it's quite limited. He doesn't really get to go to these tournaments and constantly play players.
There are strong players in Latin America.
Oh, absolutely. We saw that at Brazil game show.
Like the regular competition for like a huge diverse amount of characters that you will see in pro competition, it's definitely not there. A lot of it comes from lab work and just good use of training mode. But that's the thing about Hey George. Like, you know, like you said before, the player from Chile, it is hard to travel from that part of the world. So we only really see Hey George once, maybe twice a year, if we're lucky. So it's few and far between. So I feel like people almost forget how solid of a player he is. So he has to kind of remind us every time. But we'll see more of Hey George very soon, actually against NINJAKILLA. So that's going to be quite the match.
Word. What a tournament we've had so far. But I'd say what we have seen time and time again, this winners finals, it's going to be Beast Coast Dragon, Echo Fox, SONICFOX, the eternal rivalry. You know, these two guys, best of friends, but fundamentally, you know, SONICFOX is the champ of many, many, many tournaments, and looking to prove it and continue their streak here at ECT.
Isn't that the talking point? Dragon, second place on the leaderboard. How many pro competition second places now, or like tournament second places across the board, has, despite being as hugely dominant as Dragon is with Cetrion, is yet to get that big first place finish. And we are deep into the pro competition. If Dragon's going to get that first place, it has to be soon, or he's just going to have to wait and try and win the whole thing. He'll have to win the World Championship, and that'll be
either
fun.
Final Combat or whatever's going to come in 2020. But I don't want to say there's a mental block, but we did actually see something very similar like this in Mortal Kombat X, where Dragon would face off against Fox time and time again, and all it took was one victory, and that was an online tournament as well, but all that mattered was that Dragon was able to defeat SONICFOX in a tournament setting, and every time they would clash at majors afterwards, Dragon would actually start to win, and I think that mental block was defeated. I hope there is no mental block in MK11, kind of almost like, you know, rearing its ugly head, but these are without question the two best players in the world right now. And the winners finals, the handshake's coming through, smiles all round, but we're about to go into a bloodbath. The winners finals here at East Coast Throwdown. Is SONICFOX going to be the reigning champ, or is Dragon going to finally put a spanner in the works and take that big win that he's been looking for all year round?
This is a character we haven't seen from Fox since pool play, I think, actually. Jaded Jade. This is one of their mains so far. Fox has been saying absolutely going to be playing this character more than almost anything else so far. Used here against Cetrion. So, I mean, these two players play each other all the time, so I have no doubt they are very used to this matchup. But I do wonder how it's going to work in this pro competition winners finals. That's a cool glaive she's got, dude.
That's a cool bug thing that she has.
Yes.
Yes, winners finals. It's SONICFOX and Dragon. But it's going to be, I think, quite a range-based matchup, kind of like with the occasional mid, purely because they're both kind of similar archetypes as Jade and Cetrion.
Okay, the whiff punish. The wall is coming through. So that's the whole point of Jade, right? The glow is going to do amazing stuff at getting rid of... I believe the only projectile that Cetrion can get through the glow is the kind of like the vines on the floor, which is very unsafe, very punishable. Jade's forward movement very strong. Tries to go for the conversion to jump kick. Didn't quite get the ender. The pole vault, not quite connecting. Decent damage though if it does.
The whip on the Geyser though. But Jade, the damage output, it's kind of okay, but there's still going to be no massive payout for those decisions. You know, Fox is going to have to constantly rely on those micro decision makings that they do. They're really sort of famously known for. But against Cetrion, with this much of a deficit, we'll see if it's possible. Fatal Blow is possible, but a little bit hard for Jade to realistically set up Fatal Blow, kind of like similar to other characters, really.
And down one wall, yet very little that Fox could do in that situation. Dragon taking that first game, or the first round, I should say, game 1.
But the moment the glow becomes a factor, Dragon isn't stupid. He knows, okay, look, I can't constantly play around projectiles, so now I have to play that kind of mid-screen footsies. Dragon's totally comfortable doing that as well. Like, it's not just projectiles this player relies on. And here comes the back 3-4-3-4 game. And the first time Fox goes for it, the flawless block. Thankfully, Jade has got the means. I can only assume it was maybe a drop of some sort, but fortunately, this variation of Jade, it has answers for the flawless block on the back 3 string. But there are so many options that Jade has in that situation, it will make Dragon second guess. There's a lovely whiff punish. And here we go. Side switching to boot. The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, wow. Caught on the way up. Again, Jaded, not known for huge damage, but it's like chunks non-stop, right? Pole vault into itself, good Oki, good advantage, plus frames.
And this, the nitro kick is if you try and flawless block back 3-4-3-4, you eat a nitro kick in the face.
But that's the next layer that must be opened up.
Oh no!
On a minute, that's either gonna kill or be like really close. This might be on the cusp.
It's one of those unusual situations where the string before it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Oh, not quite, less than 1% in it.
Glow or nothing. It's not going to be the glow. Finally comes down, natural barrier. The down 4 to challenge the nitro kick. Fox putting all of their chips on the table. Doesn't work out, but when you're that weak, you have to go big or go home. You've got to dedicate to something. Cetrion's just going to overwhelm you if not.
I feel like there isn't a Cetrion player out there, dare I say a Mortal Kombat 11 player out there, that is as good at hit confirming like a couple of hits into Fatal Blow as Dragon is. The amount of times we've seen in top 8s alone in MK11.
I love the fact that Dragon committed to that entire string just to get out of it.
Yeah. But that's huge awareness, right? Keep yourself as safe as you can. Oh, Dragon is playing with just this absolute confidence. Not giving SONICFOX any breather. Look at him.
Look,
Tank Bro, go in, standing 1.
People make the mistake of thinking that Dragon is just a zoning type player. He isn't. Cetrion gives you so many options at close range as well that his reactions and defense and footsies are still some of the best out there, which is why he's so damn consistent.
Look at these throws. He is completely just enforcing this throw game non-stop. Fox is forced to deal with it. And there we go, the Hell's Wrath. Okay, the glow keeping him alive, but
Dragon's just waiting out the glow time for sure right there. Punish though. Not enough damage though. Gonna have to really chunk this one down as Jade. What? Just a point blank glow. Oh. Fox with the brave stuff.
Plus frames. The down 1, the disrespect. Dragon says, you have frame advantage? I don't care. Hold this down 1. What are you going to do about it? It's my round.
The thing about Jade, her damage isn't ridiculous. And that's the thing, when he's got that much of a life lead, not a huge amount to fear. One clean opening, maybe we would have seen a bit of a panic button, but at that point, Dragon could afford to take the risks. Anti-air, get out of my airspace!
Clean anti-air Dragon. Again, just not giving SONICFOX any room here. Fighting back to the wall, but not looking like it. There's the trip guard. With the jump in from Fox, unfortunately, Dragon is going to make him pay the price. Oh, hang on a minute, though. SONICFOX making things happen with down 2.
Wonderful confirm, restand situation. What's it going to be? Catches it again. The momentum train keeps on rolling. Oh, hesitate! And counter hit! They're in big trouble, Mustard!
That might be enough to kill. Another bar spend. Fatal blow. Yes!
Ooh.
What will be this late? This is late in the combo. Will it scale? Is that enough?
It should scale a fair amount.
Not, right? This one can come down to this.
We'll have a look.
Oh, that has to be.
Maybe.
Oh, it is! Just enough Dragon with a 2-0 lead over Fox. They have their work cut out for them if they're going to bring this back.
SONICFOX with half content, half sheer disgust in their face. But, I mean, can you blame him? Going in that situation. Now, this is the change. This is the character that SONICFOX has been putting a ton of time into. Johnny Cage. But it's multiple variations. It's Showstopper and it's Outtake. I didn't quite see which variation we saw locked in just yet. We'll find out when the game goes in. But this isn't all or nothing. They have no choice now but to make 3 games in a row. It's happened against Dragon before, but it's going to be a drastic change of style and pace.
Oh, Outtake, Johnny Cage. This is the variation. This is why it was picked. Fox has been a big believer in Outtake Johnny Cage being an S+ tier character. In their own words, oh, the anti-air though. But here we go, SONICFOX has been playing Jaded and has been very confident in Jaded. But it didn't work out. This is a 2-0 lead. This is a commanding set for Dragon so far.
But the arcing force balls doing the damage they do is going to more than compete with Cetrion. You can actually trade quite favorably with them, especially when you got the life lead, which Fox very almost has. Natural barrier just to push away. Anti-air is going to get stuffed. Very rare footage of that.
Hit. Are we going to see a breakaway? Fox, that's a bold breakaway to go for. Oh, but there's the big hit. Back 3, max range. That advancing low. Block again. Oh! The tech. Get off. Look at the throw techs from Dragon. I don't think he's been thrown by a single pig yet.
I've always said I think Dragon has the best throw techs in the entire scene. The
my
flawless
God.
block attempt misses. A rare mistake.
Are we
Sonic
about
Fox.
to see Dragon 3-0 Sonic Fox in winners finals?
Maybe.
Is this the tournament that Dragon finally gets that first place?
Well, we might be one round away from finding out. The jump 3 is going to completely collide with that anti-air and stuff it clean. Those force balls coming out once more. The whiff on the arcing though. Nice. What an answer for that. The dash in standing 1.
There's pressure from SONICFOX just dashing in with standing 2 over and over again. Just a constant harassment. Dragon now back to the wall. This is good situation for Johnny. There we go. That 1-2-4. The 3 hits. Very plus on block.
Very easy for Johnny Cage to combo in the corner with his force balls too, especially when you got Amp ready to work with. A comeback is definitely possible here, but yeah, Dragon just opting to stay out the corner.
Oh,
the active frames, a nice anti-air, but it's little damage here, little damage everywhere. But Dragon's entire goal here was to just escape the corner. He'll concede the round if it means he has to go mid-screen again.
Okay,
yeah, he's fine with that. He'll be fine with that.
Shadow kick comes out. SONICFOX, it's good. A round is on the board. The question is, will it be enough? Dragon has been slowed down a lot.
And those force balls are a huge part of it. You can no longer play that kind of full screen game. Airborne though, no availability to confirm that. Eating too many of those.
Oh, tries to
spring.
yeah, but the jump kick, that's 20% he's not going to see again.
Down 1. Really smart decision there for Fox actually, just in case the set shot goes for a higher, which Dragon completely did. And an unfavorable life lead. We can't play this full screen game anymore with Cetrion. And,
wow.
I love the arc!
Juggle.
What a choice. I mean, you can see why this matchup has changed. This was why they went for this character.
Oh, okay. But that's where the keep away game from Johnny Cage, the way this variation works is you get 2 different types of force balls. You get, so normally the fireball is a straight line, it's a straight high, but this variation outtake, you get a low arcing one that has like, you know, kind of like the arch, you know, the arcing trajectory. You have a low one and a high one. You can amplify each of them in 2 different ways to throw low-high, or low-low, or high-high, or high-low.
It's weird.
You have to keep track of them, right? And there is kind of no real best one. You have to keep track of which one you need at the time.
Ooh.
It's kind of low-key quite difficult to keep track of exactly which ones to use. But Fox has been using them perfectly so far.
Dragon did get the early whiff punish. Flawless blocking the boulders does limit those plus frames off them, so it's really important at this level of play. Flawless block the boulders as much as you can. Oh, and you can, yeah, if you're quick, you can combo the Amplify into another one, which turns it into a 3-hit combo far away. And the high arcing force balls, the direct answer to the airborne projectile from Cetrion, the arcing hitbox of it just makes it so difficult for Dragon. Fox probably thinking right now, why didn't I pick this variation first?
Oh, trying out Jaded. It's still 2-1. It's still a lead for Dragon, but just quickly. I mean, again, it's just 1 hit at a time. SONICFOX, he's not getting massive openings. It's just a fireball here, fireball there, chip damage non-stop.
Oh,
punish.
ready! Reactions from SONICFOX. And the safety from some of those force balls, the pushback on them makes it very tricky to really do anything about it. Looking to be another round, but walking right in. Dragon, ready for the hit confirm. SONICFOX going in with the breakaway, playing no games, expecting a single hit and a grab. Just like that, we're now in Fatal Blow territory. Fatal Blow territory!
You called it. That's what we're going to see. That was a counter hit too. SONICFOX was trying to do something to get out of that, but Dragon is going to say absolutely not. A full comeback on the back of that Fatal Blow. Now again, match point. Dragon 1 life bar away from sending SONICFOX down to the lower bracket, getting himself that winner's side grand finals. That oh so important safety net.
Look for a trip guard, punish again.
This could be the start of something bad.
That's going to be uncontested thanks to no breakaway. Dragon in the driver's seat for another time. Here come the boulders, no flawless block. Just out of range of the down 4-2, these footsies from Dragon. Surprised there was actually no crushing blow there almost. Just short of it. And now Dragon has life to work with. Tried to take a risk on the airborne projectile, but those arcing force balls constantly reminding him that it's a bad idea. Oh, catches the whiff. Too far away to convert though for SONICFOX. Very even on life. Dragon, any amount of those force balls will be too close for comfort. No punish though.
I mean, you're seeing how fast they recover, right? Even the teleport's not going to get behind them. The best thing Dragon can do is just get close enough that it's not a threat. Play around that neutral game if he can, and there we go. Quick, full screen. SONICFOX wasting no time. Distance is built, and another hit. Rising Star. And the pressure, the walk down grab. SONICFOX. Now, just quickly, One life bar away from tying things up 2 games apiece.
Weird situation for Dragon. Does he teleport or not? Because Fox has already established he's got the reactions. He's ready. Even that was a punish. But the anti-air. No breakaway from SONICFOX. Content taking the damage. Here comes another grab. Dragon. There was no breakaway there, so that was a pretty big risk to take against Fox with this much momentum going. But hey, at this level, you've got to make decisions like that. He's going in for the natural barrier, maybe fishing for that crushing blow, that reflects property. But, I mean, Fox, completely content being cornered. Oh,
jump.
No! The jump 3 leads to so much damage!
Pushback, though, is good, Dragon. Oh, no! Doesn't get the amplify. Version of the wall. Is safe. Oh, walks him down with a forward 3, catches Dragon moving back. A full combo.
One more clean opening, there's the throw tech. Just short, a couple of percentage short of not being able to take one more throw. Dragon on his last lifeline in game. We'll see, anti-air!
Well, that's going to be a combo. But we're going to see a breakaway from Fox. No, saving onto it. The fatal blow isn't there for Dragon, so that immediate comeback is not really there. Oh, hang on a minute. No, doesn't get it. The whip! Counter. That was a counter hit, not a punish. Sonic was moving.
He breakaways, yeah, breaks at the last minute. And the grab! It's gonna connect! Dragon! The pop-off is well earned. He's gonna be the first grand finalist and conquering his demon in SONICFOX in Winners Finals. The tournament's not over, but he can feel good about that one.
Oh, but this isn't the first time we've seen Dragon in grand finals winners side, but this is looking like a new kind of monster today, right? We are no stranger to seeing Dragon get this far in tournament, but to defeat SONICFOX like that, SONICFOX, I feel like Outtake was his trump card in the matchup. You know, if it was going bad against Cetron, you could go to Outtake and have the options that it comes with, and Dragon was still able to defeat it. So that's a big message for Fox to learn going into the lower bracket now. He's in that losers finals, which means that, wow, that losers bracket is looking quite dangerous.
I do wonder how Fox is going to be feeling after another, I think, unsuccessful Jaded pick. You know, I know they're super confident in the character and they believe in them, but I feel like at ECT in particular, the pick hasn't quite worked out. You can see that the thought process behind why Fox was going to pick Jade against Dragon, you know, the glow makes a big difference, and just the fact that you can kind of fight at that close range
but
distance.
It was definitely 2 dominant games.
For sure.
Right?
But
it was night and day between the Outtake versus Cetron and Cetron versus Jaded. I mean, Jade is one of those characters that kind of has slowly fallen out of favor in the meta, but has always kind of had a place, but isn't super common, right? And Jaded is definitely kind of becoming the better variation, especially now, you know, thanks to the change with the Nitro kick and getting those plus frames on demand. But at the end of the day, when you're against someone like Dragon, using Cetron the way that he does, I mean, it's hard. It's hard, man. And that's why Dragon is now winner's side at Grand Finals, 1 set away from getting that first place that you know he has so desperately wanted this entire year.
No one in this tournament is now feeling anywhere near as much momentum as Dragon. You know, that's just a fact that he's had quite a... I will think there's been a little bit of a mental block there in a tournament setting before. This isn't the first time Dragon has defeated SONICFOX in tournament, unless I've got the worst memory in the world. But I'm pretty sure CEO was the big tournament for that, where there was some potential there. But fundamentally, this is a great result for him now because, look, I've just defeated SONICFOX. He has looked completely untouchable all tournament. I just proved otherwise. Hey, one more set, and this tournament's his.
Oh, hang on a minute. We're going into a juicy one as we have Hey George versus NINJAKILLA. Losers bracket. Only one may advance through to that losers finals. So this is an interesting one. Both of these players are here because SONICFOX sent them there. NINJAKILLA, of course, dropping quite convincingly to Fox's showstopper, Johnny Cage. We saw in Hey George Outtake. So both lost to the Johnny Cage. But you know, they're both going to want that run back. NINJAKILLA especially. NINJAKILLA and SONICFOX have pretty much been going back and forth, right? They've been trading win for win in tournament near enough. But Hey George, I mean, what is there to say that hasn't already been said 10 times over? Just this masterclass of cross play. And again, variation 3, like, it's worth looking into them. If your character doesn't have variation, you've been on the fence, you think, maybe it's been a couple of weeks, not enough time. Look no further. Hey George really just putting variation 3s on the map.
I know there's a lot of people out there that are really wanting that NINJAKILLA and SONICFOX run back, but let's not underestimate Hey George in this situation. I think he's got a damn good chance. It's hard not to root for NINJAKILLA, to be completely honest, just by previous results and just how crazy tight he's looking in this top 8. And it's like I keep saying, I just feel like there's a certain level of NINJAKILLA's play, particularly with flawless blocks that I think the way he plays, we might see from a lot more players, but about a year from now. It's going to take a while, and he just seems to reach and figure out the game so much quicker than almost anyone else in the world, and that's what makes him look so crazy dominant. He just gets it. He gets fighting games.
But Hey George has got that neutral destroying Frost, right? That back two, the long range buttons, the drill, the dive bomb, the anti-airs, absolute control of the pace, but NINJAKILLA knows a thing or two about that. Liu Kang, one of the characters that can actually contest with the kind of mid-range, where Frost really wants to dominate. Liu Kang can kind of play really well from that range too, so I guess we'll see how the matchup goes.
And now, going into more losers bracket. Remember, this isn't losers finals just yet.
No,
We have one more game to get
the
through
privilege
before
for that is next. And NINJAKILLA really playing the distance game here. Now, this is actually low-key a matchup that Liu Kang could really play the dry game with fireballs.
Immediately checking him with the drills, but a lot more. Oh, the whiff on the forward four, but Hey George not quite in the position, but now he's gonna have the corner knocked down. Doesn't go for the overload just yet. And NINJAKILLA being nice and patient. Another whiff. Full combo breakaway is gonna be forced here. Struggling to kind of find that position so far with George. NINJAKILLA looks a bit uncomfortable.
Hang on a minute.
Counter
Counter
hit.
hit. Hey George, this has been dominant so far. Has the bar to extend? No! Goes for the optimal, but drops it, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Now, this is not what you want to do. You do not want to give NINJAKILLA this opportunity. Crucial throw tech.
Knocked down with the fireball. Now the Fatal Blow's in play. It's impossible to count this character out, especially when you've got NINJAKILLA's reactions. Goes in for the mid and the drill. Any chip damage is better than nothing here. NINJAKILLA showing a lot of respect. He knows he's not quite in last breath yet, and he's going to go for the punish. And now we're in Fatal Blow territory. George has to be careful. The micro duck and the 1-2-3 is going to seal the deal. What a crazy round one.
We haven't seen much of that yet. Just those little micro ducks. When you know they're going to go for a high, you don't hold down and wait. You just tap it. If they go for a high, you crouch under it, you stand back up again, and you whiff punish it. Big read, big plays for big confidence. And that is exactly what NINJAKILLA has in spades.
And it's going back to that nice dry game. Dive bomb though. Do a little bit of extra damage here. Tries to go for the duck, but a little bit too early on that one. Down 3 anti-air, but gotta watch out for those drop combos. I feel like maybe he didn't get his micro dash and that's why it dropped, but either way, he's gonna get punished dearly for it. Here comes NINJAKILLA. Oh, ready for that final hit. Safe dive bomb, but he presses anyway. Counter hit, and you know what that means? No breakaway from Hey George. Giving himself a lot of work.
The bar for a little bit later on, but oh no. The problem with that though, the dive bomb is it's gonna get you in, but putting yourself at that kind of minus frames, like you are safe, but you're definitely minus, gives Liu Kang his offense for free. Oh, there we go, the crouch underneath. But gets the breakaway, and decides to wait.
Fatal Blows in play. We've seen so many Frost comebacks with this before.
Oh, hang on a minute, wait a minute. Oh, and that's a Fatal Blow, is that enough? That might actually be enough.
I mean, that was pretty late in the combo, and it does create some scaling.
No, not really, that was off a jump kick. That does mad damage. Oh no, that's not gonna be enough. Not quite, unfortunately.
Defense mini game as well. Watch out.
Oh,
he bets big.
Huge read from Hey George to go for that advancing high attack. So good at closing the space, but done a little bit too early. NINJAKILLA, again, that patience. Big thing about NINJAKILLA is he very much does not panic in those kind of situations where someone's about maybe make a comeback or get that last hit. Very rarely chokes and gives them the option they want.
It just comes down to decision making. You know, we've talked about it time and time again. It's what separates top level players from, you know, the best in the business. Hesitant on the anti. Oh, looked a bit like a bit of a funky exchange. Anti-cross up flawless block. We are starting to see flawless block anti-airs so much more now we're hitting late game season.
Oh, and there it is. The confirmed George knowing that NINJAKILLA was just crouching. A little bit of damage.
Retaliating there with the fireball. Frost may have range, but there's some of the slower buttons, especially the ones that have the extra range on them. Fighting back and going for the down one, maybe trying to steal a turn away. Hey George, not going to bite, but he's still pretty weak. The 1-2-3 gets hit by the very end of it, and the reverse grab. That's unfortunate, and now he's in almost last breath territory. Very dangerous.
Big jump though. Oh, no, wake up, down 3, NINJAKILLA. Finding his magic moment. George, he tried to go for a plus frames, but started off a high. He's going to get poked out of that. Oh, hang on a minute, counter hit.
Oh, he disrespects the frames. Hang on a minute. That's one of the better plus strings in the game. And, whoa,
oh, wow!
That sounded like a down two
that
to
was
me.
An uppercut. Oh, and George cashing out the crushing blow throw.
The drill again. some damage, but thanks to the trade, no combo possible. Wow, that's a flying kick from out of nowhere. NINJAKILLA making the read. Hey, if I'm going to lose the round, let's just try and go for some extra damage here. Who knows? The flawless block
the
ready.
moment George goes for the back 2-2, the flawless block, the gap immediately. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, big jump kick. Hey, George finds the way out. Still back to the wall, but getting that round is crucial.
Fight.
Definitely, though. The danger is that Hey George is back to the wall, and that's where Kang wants you. What a throw tech there from Hey George.
Oh,
and even
wow,
though he
just
tried,
ran up to him, straight up ran up for that whiff punish.
it's because he tried to play it safe by going for just a single hit, and he was still whiff punishable. You know, it's a payoff you take. And the anti-cross up once more. Those flawless blocks just so good. All right. Driver's seat once more for NINJAKILLA. Looking for the 1-2-3. Hey George trying to fight back, but there's so much work to do now.
Oh, okay. Oh no! Block without any hesitation. That's going to be another game. NINJAKILLA going 2-0 up now on Hey George with just, I mean, again, it's so hard to play against this. There's so little mistakes, so little gaps.
I have said this tons in the top 8, and I'm going to say it again. Those flawless blocks are absolutely what is separating NINJAKILLA from almost anyone else. Like, no one flawless blocks the way he does. It's so optimal. Timing well. The overdrive unfortunately didn't connect. NINJAKILLA using all of his resources.
That's
But he is
the good
building
thing about the overdrive, though, is because the meter regenerates by itself, if you activate core overload, the meter will begin to regenerate before it's gone off. So by the time it detonates, the bars almost come back. It's like at least half back. Okay, there's a big hit. Keeping it nice and simple. The overload again. Hey, George, you see, he does not want to play from a distance.
NINJAKILLA's thinking about the dive bomb, though, and that's why he's not constantly throwing out projectiles. He's looking for it, the pushback, and now Hey George.
Okay, big hit here. No bar to get anything more. They're going to take the blade spin. Oh no! Wake up roll. Uh-oh. Wake up buttons into both amplified bars spent. That is going to be the bicycle kick crushing blow getting oh so close. And there's another hit, NINJAKILLA. One more round away from a clean sweep. Wants that run back against SONICFOX.
Round 2.
But we'll now see what he's going to do about this one. We have to be super... It's a very scary situation. That bicycle kick is locked. And he challenges. Overdrive is available. We're enforcing some more. And oh, catches it right at the last minute. Meterless launch. Here we go. Full combo. NINJAKILLA. They're going to take this one back. Flying kick's going to miss. That's unfortunate right there. But once more, Hey George fighting back with the mid. Just looks like NINJAKILLA just has that level of control over Hey George. And another flawless block. You give him a gap, man's going to take it.
No,
And a crushing blow!
The bicycle kick, and that's going to do enough. If he doesn't drop the combo, of course he's not. It's NINJAKILLA. That is going to be the game, and a 3-0 sweep over Hey George. What a way to shut someone down who has had, I mean, one of the most impressive runs we've seen so far in a pro competition tournament.
Well done to Hey George for reaching that 4th place. This was a crazy good tournament for him. He's such a lovely guy in real life as well.
Shout out to
Humble.
Hey George.
Humble doesn't even begin to describe this
No,
guy.
I'm telling you, go on Smash GG right now, look at Hey George, look at his path, and look at the sheer amount of top-level names that he took out on this weekend alone. It is tragic that we don't get the chance to see him at more events. We only get to see it like once or twice a year, maybe. Like, I wish it was different, because imagine the damage he could do if he could compete regularly in pro competition.
To me, though, I think that's been actually quite a talking point throughout the course of the year. We're seeing a lot of players that didn't really get a chance to travel much, and they kind of make a name for themselves at maybe one event, maybe even in the world of online in NINJAKILLA's case. And look at what happens. You know, they get the attention, they get support. There are other players out there, like, you know, Video Games Joe. This was the first American tournament. And it's just been the year of just breakout performances. Splash, look at me in the top 8. Burrito Voorhees, look at him in the top 8. This has been a crazy year
But that's the thing, though. This weekend, there have been so many unpredictable results and surprise matches that we just didn't see going the way they did. But after all that unpredictability and after all the kind of like uncertainty with how the results have been, look at our top 3. Our top 3, after the wackiness that has been this weekend, ECT, Dragon, SONICFOX, and NINJAKILLA. Did we have this going any other way?
I say look at this top 3, and it just says everything it needs to say. These are the undisputed top 3 players out there right now, and I think these results are still confirming that. And it's great to see. You know, this has been a great tournament at the moment. Losers finals is going to be just the run back. SONICFOX and NINJAKILLA, like, Come on now. But we're going to go for another break, set up our final stage of this tournament. Don't go anywhere. This is East Coast Throwdown. Thank you for sticking with us so far. But as always, I want to give a shout out to Road Runner Records. And once again, a big shout out